Hello, everybody. It's Deacon 10 this morning, coming to you to talk about the gospel today. And I have with me my friend, Henry. Henry's here. Henry, yes, yes. Henry, did you go out on trick-or-treating last night? Well, I did. I did trunk-or-treat, but it was really fun. Well, Henry, what'd you dress up as? Oh, I dressed up as Miss Piggy. Really? Yes, really. Can I see? Sure. Let me put my costume on. See? How do you like it? Huh? Don't I look like Miss Piggy? All right, Henry, we got to get to work this morning. Okay, bye-bye. I'm going to go get back out of my costume. All right. Today, we have a reading from Matthew. Today's kind of a special day for us because November 1st falls on a Sunday. So we have the gospel that goes with November 1st, not the gospel for the 31st Sunday in ordinary time. And the gospel today is about the Beatitudes. And we'll learn a little bit about the Beatitudes today. So let's get started. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Glory to you, O Lord. When Jesus saw the crowds, he went up on the mountain. And after he sat down, his disciples came to him. He began to teach them, saying, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the land. Blessed are they who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be satisfied. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Blessed are the clean of heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Blessed are they who are persecuted for the sake of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And blessed are you when they insult you and persecute you, and utter every kind of evil against you falsely because of me. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward will be great in heaven." The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. So, we have a whole bunch of things there that Jesus is talking to us about. Let's go back to today, All Saints' Day. All Saints' Day is like a day of heroes. All of the saints of the church are celebrated today, All Saints' Day. And there are hundreds of saints. They are our heroes. They are the people we look up to. They're the Christian Hall of Fame people. And you know, in our parish, we're very lucky because our fathers and grandfathers and great-grandfathers who built this church thought that the saints were important too. And if you go down to the lower church, when it's opened again, you can see that there are over 30 stained glass windows of the saints. And Father Evans has taken up the project of doing little short video clips of many of those saints. And they're available on our website. Father Evans, as you know, is a teacher. He was a professor at the seminary for many years. And he really is a scholar on the saints. He's studied them and even written about some of them. So they're a very special treat for us. Some of the saints that you might recognize are St. Vincent de Paul and St. Matthew and St. Luke, St. Joseph, St. John the Baptist. It's certainly worth your time someday when you have a little spare time to go on the website with your parents and have them do a little bit of that video. The Beatitudes now that we read on November 1st are really the playbook or the rule book for us to use if we want to be a saint or if we want to join the saints in heaven. They're the way we get to heaven. If you remember, we've all learned our 10 Commandments, and those are the rules from the Old Testament, from back when Moses went up on the mountain and received the tablets, if you will, to help his followers follow the rules and understand what was important and what wasn't, and help them form their conscience on how we want to live our lives. Well, now, thousands of years later, Jesus was talking to his followers and the apostles and said, look, here's a little different way to look at those rules. Certainly those rules are important and we should follow them, but here, if you want to strive to get to heaven, here are things that you ought to try to do. So in the Beatitudes, in the Old Testament, we have, thou shalt not do this. In the Beatitudes, we have, blessed are the people that do this. And the blessed in the translation really means, blessed, if you want to find joy in your heart, try to do these things and do them with me, and I will give you that joy in your heart. So it's a little different approach, thoughtfulness. We'll go through a few of these because some of them are hard to understand. You see, Jesus spoke in Aramaic, and some of the writers wrote in Aramaic, some wrote in Greek, and some was translated to the Hebrew. And so the words kind of don't always make as much sense as we would like them to. So let me take the first one here, and we'll open it up a little bit. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Does that mean the poor get the kingdom of heaven? No, I don't think so. Poor in spirit, that means if you don't have any get up and go and you're just kind of sleepy all the time. Is that what that means? No, I don't think so. I think what it means is, what I want you to do is to think about putting God first in your life. More of God, less of us. So if you think you know everything and you think you can do anything you want all by yourself, God's not really happy with that, because God knows He gave you your life itself. He gave you all the skills and talents that you have. He wants you to be humble, to understand that it's not you, it's Him working through you. That's a hard thing to understand, but it's so important in life, because as soon as we think we're better than somebody else, or that we have skills that nobody else has, and that we're all by ourselves, knockouts, just the best at whatever we do, we're getting this thing a little off track. Our goal here is to understand that God helps us be who we are. God helps us to achieve what we can achieve. It's only through Him that we're able to do anything. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. On the first read of that, you might think that we want to be quiet again and sit in the corner and never say anything, never speak out, never speak up. But that word gets kind of twisted around, and what I understand it means is that it means that we need to be well adjusted in our behavior, that we need to speak out when it's appropriate to speak out, and to be quiet when it's appropriate to be quiet, and to be sad, to ask questions. So we need to be able to do the right thing. Jesus wants us to do the right thing, and not to just be meek or quiet, but try to be well balanced as we go through life. And in doing that, we'll be happier through the joy that God gives us in our hearts. One more, I think, and then we can go into these again in more depth some other day. But blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Hunger and thirst. I think that the key point in this one is we want to do what's right. God asks us to do what's right. He tells us what's right and wrong. We've got, again, the Ten Commandments and the Beatitudes and all of the other lessons that he teaches us in church, that our parents teach us, that our teachers teach us. The question is, how much do we want it? Do we want to be right, to do the right thing, but then, if it gets hard, we say, no, I'd rather just do whatever I want? Or do we want to do the right thing only when it's fun, when it's not hard? Hunger here means, it could mean, I'm hungry for a snack. I want a little something to eat, or I want breakfast. But the hunger that Jesus is talking about, the word he uses from the Aramaic, but that gets translated into the Greek, means the hunger of a person that's starving to death. A hunger that really you need to fill. Something that's almost life or death for you. You want to do the right thing regardless of how hard it is, regardless of how many things are in your way. Jesus is asking us to take a look at that. Think about that. Finally, I think I said finally before, so one more finally, and then we'll wrap up here. Let's see if this is okay with Henry. Henry, is that okay with you? All right, just one more. All right, Henry, if I asked you, blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God, what does that mean to you? Well, that kind of means be nice to everybody and don't be mean to anybody. Is that okay? Well, that's part of it. But again, this beatitude is deeper, deeper than that. The beatitude is talking about not being a peacemaker as being a bump on a log or a turtle just sitting in a pond. Peacemaker means making peace, building bridges, trying to iron out problems, being somebody who can heal people that are having disagreements, being the one that can kind of build that bridge, to bring love to everyone, with your brother and sister, with people at school, as you grow up, with other people in your company or at work or even on the bus going to work or the T. Be the one that doesn't cause a problem, but that builds a bridge to bring people together. And I think we're all called to bring people together. It takes courage. And again, it's not the easy thing to do. That hunger for righteousness, it's not the easy thing to do, is just to say, all right, I'm going to step in here. Listen, can I listen to what you have to say and listen to what you have to say? And let's see if we can talk to each other. So let me just kind of wrap up today on this beautiful, beautiful day with a little snow, a little fall leaves all mixed together here. We've covered a lot of things. We covered All Saints' Day, which is a day of heroes in the Catholic and Christian churches. We covered Father Evans's videos, which are on the website, which I recommend to you because they are wonderful little vignettes, little short stories about the saints. And the blesseds. Not the thou shall nots, but the blesseds. The roadmap on how to get to heaven and the little things that while we're on that road will put joy in our heart. So Henry and I want you to remember now, when we follow Jesus and try to do the things he asks us to do, we will find joy in our hearts. Not just a birthday present type happiness, but a deep attitude of joy. And when you have it, when you feel it, you just feel good. It fills our hearts. It makes our face smile, and it makes our eyes shine. It's Jesus filling us to share his joy with other people. God bless. Happy November 1st. I hope you did great last night on your trunk or treat or trick or treat. And I look forward to seeing you next week. God bless.